So since we're doing all this again, about a story. A story fit for Halloween. So this is the story of how I fell for a creepypasta. So, I want to give you the full, like, backstory of this story. I'll give you a heads up now. Honestly, I think, like, the backstory is probably more, like, cringy than the actual, like, anything to do with the actual creepypasta. So, that's your heads up. So when I was a young boy, and I mean, like, you know, actually fucking young boy, like, definitely pre-teens, don't even know if I would have been in double digits at that point, so, you know, go easy on me for this. I discovered the world of internet forums, and one particular, like, type of forum that I found, and to a degree enjoyed, were role-playing forums. No, not that kind. I was like 10. Get your mind out of the gutters. But basically, it's just the idea of, you know, when you're a kid and you like playing make-believe, and, you know, you like playing as, like, your favorite characters or whatever in the playground. It was that sort of shit, you know? I like doing that on internet forums. I say I like doing it. I think I more so just like the concept of it, but was generally shit at it. One of the ones that I attempted to get in with was a Sonic one, and if you've never, like, done anything for, like, if you've never been on, like, a role-playing forum, basically, like, I don't know if it's still anything like this, but, like, back in the day, what you had to do was you essentially had to, like, prove that you could actually roleplay as that character. So, you know, you'd, like, try and sign up for a certain character, and there'd be, like, a sort of welcome section where you had to, like, introduce your character, and have, like, a, you know, a bio and that sort of thing. So, because it was a Sonic one, they were sort of, like, split up into, like, teams, like, in a sort of similar vein to Sonic Heroes, I guess. But yeah, so they were like, oh, you know, we've got, like, a free spot on, like, Team Evil or Team Dark or whatever. Here are some characters you could be. But, so, now to tie this in, at the time, I was a big fan of the game Sonic R. If you know Sonic R, you can probably figure out where this is going. I don't know what it was about the game, I thought it was a real swell game, I liked it. And so, the character I ended up picking was Tails Doll. Just a character from Sonic R. This is just one of the playable characters from Sonic R. That was about it. If you're not, you know, in with the Sonic lore, with the Sonic anything, Tails Doll's not really a character, you know? Literally his only appearance is Sonic R, from what I can tell. I think he appears in, like, maybe a couple of the comics. But, like, despite being a Sonic roleplay forum, like, we weren't even that deep with the comics, you know? It was, like, thankfully, it was all kind of just, like, embedded within childhood naivety, I'll say. There was nothing, like, genuinely weird about it from what I can remember. It was just children on the internet. But yeah, so, you know, I'm trying to write this, like, welcome thing for Tails Doll. And as you can imagine, it's difficult because Tails Doll is in literally one game and it's a fucking racing game. So I look Tails Doll up. And, you know, I'm looking for, like, anything that I can kind of find background on, I can use in, like, this bio, you know, so I can seem that I know, like, what the fuck my character is about. And I end up stumbling upon this website, that is, like, dedicated to the Tails Doll. And, you know, it's really, like, it's completely black, it's a lot of red and stuff, and it's like, not early internet, but it's still pretty early internet, like, spooky levels, because, I remember it used, like, a thing where your cursor on the website would become the Tails Doll, and that's just, like, so... It's one of those things, like, if you went to a website that did that now, you'd be like, what the fuck? You'd just be absolutely baffled. by the fact that like a website would have the audacity to like give you like a custom cursor, and basically it had all like these things. It was essentially just like a collection of creepypastas. So if you're not aware of the whole thing, there was like a creepypasta based around the Tails doll and the game Sonic.exe, where I don't even know like where it came from, where it originated from. I think it just originated from people thought he was a bit creepy. So, you know, people made up this creepypasta that the Tails doll killed people and shit. And yeah, and I, as a young lad, had stumbled upon this website that was all like telling of like all these like stories of like, you know, people's encounters with the Tails doll. Like looking back, it's like the whole like L is real sort of thing, where it's like, you know, it's like, oh, if you do all this like batshit stuff, you know, Tails doll comes out your TV and kills you. It's like, okay, why would you do that then? So it was something like if you play on a resort island and play as Super Sonic or something and against Tails doll, and you play on the tag mode and you run backwards on the map. It was just like, you know, think of that sort of really stupid shit that like you'd hear on the playground to unlock like Luigi in Mario 64, or how to get Mew in Pokemon. It was like that sort of shit. Except if you did it, Tails doll will come out your TV and kill you. So what, you know, what kind of reward that was, I don't really know. The other one I specifically remember was like a Christmas story. I say a Christmas story. It was basically about this kid who wanted Sonic.exe for Christmas. Because, I don't know, they were brought up poorly. And basically, you know, it's like Christmas Eve. They hear something downstairs, you know, so they go rushing downstairs. Maybe it's Santa. And in the middle of their living room is Tails doll. And then, you know, the next day, Christmas Day, the parents come downstairs, and just in the middle of their living room is their child with a copy of Sonic.exe like shoved down their mouth. So like their jaw has been unhinged and like a copy of Sonic.exe just And yeah, those are like, I don't know if I read any more, but those are like the two I remember. And yeah, and as a young lad, that like genuinely freaked me the fuck out. I don't know if I remember, like, I don't remember if, like, at the time I was like, oh yeah, this is real shit, I gotta be careful. But it definitely spooked me and left me, like, I don't know if paranoid's the right word, but, you know, it minorly fucked me up for a little bit, you know. It was like seeing shit in the dark at night time, you know, when I'm going to bed, and, like, you know, like, me and my family would, like, take my dog out for a walk, and I'd be like, you know, and we'd be in the woods, and it'd be like, oh fuck, man, what if Tails doll fucking jumps out and shit at me? And I think that's possibly the only like creepypasta I've like fell for. I've thought of telling that story for a long time on stream, because to me it is just kind of a funny, silly story. But I thought I'd save it for Halloween since it feels right. And every time I kind of thought about that story, I'm like, it's not like a full part of the story. I'm dead again. But the part about like, you know, me being into like roleplay forums on the internet as a young lad, it's not like a vital part, but to me it's like the full backstory, you know, like it's the reason I was like looking up Tails doll. You know, to me that's the full story, that's the full experience. Is knowing the backstory of, you know, I was a massive fucking loser when I was a kid.